the week or for the week for the day. Um, just waiting to get some people in here first before I start and to get started. I just finished recording the channeled message for this week, and hopefully I'll have that out later on this morning. Trying to figure out where I am. I'm not seeing myself anywhere here. Okay, it says I'm on YouTube. So this is on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So let's just see. Oh, there I am. Good morning, Lisa. I'm trying to see if I'm on anywhere. I can't see the video myself. Okay, there we go. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So I am in for a very short time this morning. I have to start work. I have clients starting at 10:30 this morning. So, I can only work this morning in this office because it is so freaking hot in my office. Uh, thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Linda and Krista. Good. You're glad you see me. Thank you for telling me that, Krista. Because, yeah, I'm like, I wasn't seeing the video anywhere. So my office is so hot. I'm not complaining at all. It is like really nice and beautiful and warm, and the sky is blue, and that's gorgeous. So I will take it. I will take it. So thank you to everyone who watches and doesn't comment as well. I know you're there and I love your support. I so appreciate it. Thank you to all who does comment and show up every morning for these. These are energy forecast readings or messages that come through as I read through the energy that is happening in the universal energy today. Good morning, Colleen. I did just, like I said, I just did the energy forecast for the week. I will get that up on YouTube sometime today. I just finished recording it. And so, yeah, it's your first day of work. Yay, Raina. And so today we are in retrograde. We did go into retrograde on Saturday, and so that's definitely has a little impact on us. It definitely affects us. Yesterday, I was just getting ready to mow the grass to give my cat her haircut. And yes, my cat gets haircuts. And so to give the cat a haircut and to mow the grass, I was going to do all these chores. I had so many things that needed to get done. And then I was going to spend so many hours in my office. And I was going to go for my morning walk. And I got up, I put my runners on, and I just heard, go be with your family. Go be with your family. Go be with your daughter. I had spent the night with my sister-in-law and niece, and so I was wanting to, I love being able to spend time with people, with family. And so, but my daughter was going for a walk, and I said, I'm just going to drive there. It's an hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to drive there and go for a walk with you. So I did. I left and I drove. And so this is retrograde time is not a time that your world falls apart. It's a time when it gets you to stop and pause and think, do I need to be on the run? Do I need to be constantly go, 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 go? Is that really, I get that place of success that it does, and it brings success into our lives, and it's like, well, that's how you get to success. That's how successful people thrive. But what is success? And what is that level of success? And so believe me, I spent years as a workaholic, and I missed a lot of my daughter's life in that so-called success. And when I look at my life and I look at the hours that I spent working hard and the hours that I spent giving to everyone and putting my all into making sure everyone else was happy, I really have nothing to show for it but stories and wisdom and knowledge. But I have nothing different I have nothing more in the world to show for it other than, I taught my daughter a lot, but we also missed out on a lot of opportunities. like walking, like weekend events, like those things. So what I've come to understand that during these times in my life was that this was a reflection time to say, you you have you have to remember that we are here to live. And to live doesn't mean always trying to thrive, to be something, to reach some sort of level. That the world is full of so many things that are here to teach us, to help us heal, to help us grow, to help us evolve. So I did go walk, and we walked the Heritage Park in Red Deer, and it was so pretty, so beautiful. It's a piece of the world I had never seen. I didn't know existed. You feel the same, Krista? Right? Exactly. And I'm like, so I've decided, in my life is that I know I still have to work, but I'm not living to work, but I'm going to create work through through my experiences. And so through my experiences I create, but not in the moment. And I realized that my granddaughter loves horses. loves loves horses, like literally climbing over the fence to get to the horses as she's looking at those horses. And I'm like, they can probably hear each other, right? And this is something you needed today. Good. Right? And just, it's okay to slow down. It's okay to stop and smell the roses. And that includes even when we're angry. So even when we're angry, even when we're mad at the world, even when we're upset, it's like before we react, before we lash out, we sometimes need to stop and pause, and we need to gain a perspective on the wholeness of the situation, the story, the wholeness of a problem, the wholeness of how we got to the problem, and the contributing roles of the problems, and where it starts. What was the beginning? I always say, and that's how we can get back to the original pain, the original source, the original story. When I look at being a workaholic, I was conditioned to be that workaholic. And that came through being raised by being raised by a mother who is diagnosed ADHD. And so it was go, 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 rush, 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 but also very aware and very knowing of trauma, but no awareness of the impact that it had upon her life. That was in the past. It didn't matter. We just go, 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 go. But all of that became then, if you sat still, you were lazy. If you didn't do this, you were lazy. And even if the words weren't said, it was a belief that you started to exist within. And so coming to understand that even with all that I'm hearing in news and all of this stuff right now, is that I instantly would like to go into overdrive of work and just dive in, but there's a wholeness. And so there's a wholeness to getting that when you start to let yourself sit in the wholeness of a story, to come to the middle road, to come into your heart, to go walk in nature, to breathe before we speak, to pause, pause and reflect, to give those moments of silence to what we are bearing witness to what we are existing within, to what we are living within, and to be the change that we want to see in the world starts with us. And so to no longer be who I used to be, I have to sit with looking at who I was to start to experience who do I need to become to be the best version of myself. And that's what you have to remember. That's what you have to remember for you today. So that's some of the energy. I have a lot deeper stuff that I would love to go into, but I don't have a lot of time this morning. So I will leave that until probably tomorrow. I don't know. I've got clients tomorrow too. So, but I just wanted to be able to come in and just say to you, today, like, don't feel like you have to be in this big panic. Don't feel like you have to rush out. Sit, reflect, pause. And I always take this image that I keep seeing, and I keep seeing an image of green grass, and I see myself standing on fields of green grass and no weeds. and no weeds. And I'm like, and I always just, and I spent a lifetime nurturing the weeds. I spent a lifetime nurturing the weeds. And I always say, when I look out over the grass and I look over my life, is that I've been mowing grass with weeds. I've been mowing, I've been nurturing the weeds and keeping the weeds alive because the weeds appear to be pretty, right? But weeds are weeds. And when weeds choke out the healthy, then it takes away from what is of true beauty. And to get to true beauty, we don't have to kill off the weed. We have to provide more of what brings more beauty in, right? It's like we don't have to choke and kill off. We don't have to do the same thing that the weed is doing to us. We don't have to do that same thing. We just keep bringing in more beauty, and it will take over, and it will become more of the green grass. So I say, on the green grass, if you just keep planting more grass seed and keep giving more, putting in more seeds, more beautiful seeds, more healthy seeds, then everything becomes more of everything you want, not more of everything you don't want. And that's the image that of how I keep seeing, because I have a creative mind. That's how I keep seeing my life. And green is healing. Green is the color of healing. It is the color of the Raphael angel. And so I keep seeing more of that rolling green grass appear, and I see less and less and less of the weeds. But if I want wildflowers and I want to see that, then that plant's in another field, and you can look at that. But to see the essence of green grass without those prickly little thorny little weeds in them, that thistle type of weeds in it, it's the essence that if you provide more and more of the beautiful, you don't have to kill off. You don't have to kill off more of that. Is that you teach beauty, you instill beauty, you provide more and more love. And if we provide more and more love and more of the healthy, we have less and less need for the isms. We have less and less need for the attacks. We have less and less need for the anger, for the hate. The more that we can see that, the more beauty we can provide, the more faith, the more hope, the more the goodness, the kindness, the more that green grass grows. And that's how I see this imagery of what I keep creating, of what I want my world to look like and to exist within, is that there will be more beauty. There will be more beauty because I am weeding out the weeds and not nurturing the weeds, not giving that weed energy more and more opportunity to take over by becoming more frustrated and more angry and trying to attack the weeds, by just providing to the light, providing to the green grass and caring for that. Then more, everything else does start to leave. And that's the truth, is that if you bring in the love, the light, the beauty, and you stay providing, you stay nurturing that, instead of nurturing the fear, nurturing the anger, nurturing the frustration. Instead of nurturing all of that, nurture the love, the faith, the beauty, and that will eventually become more of what you have in your life. And that's how you create the healing that becomes the healing within you. I hope that makes sense. Hope that makes sense to you. Because that's so important, is that if we don't heal in hate. We don't heal in anger. We don't heal in frustration. Those things appear to us so that we have a choice to choose to be the change, but we don't heal in it. We cause ourselves to become ill in it. We get sicker in it. We become like the weeds, and we choke out the beauty. We choke out the light. We choke out the good. And we become more of everything we don't want, instead of more of everything that we need. And so finding our way to that place of that middle road, that's where I always say, so if I can, I'd rather be the man on the cross than to be the man to put him on the cross. And so This is the suffering of pain that's coming out, and this is jewels. If we hand over that pain story, if we hand over the anger, if we surrender it over, and we let more seeds of love, light, and beauty, faith, kindness, compassion, more of the virtues be the seeds that we plant, the more that we will see the changes in the world, the more that we will be the change in the world. So the more and more healed hearts that we exist within, the more and more healed humans that we have in the world. And by healed, it don't mean perfect, by the way, but it brings an awareness that if I go out and I go on the attack, am I becoming more of everything that I don't want? So if I go out and I become that attack energy and I start attacking everybody and everything and saying, am I becoming that conquer and defeat? And do we keep allowing ourselves to become weapons? I always say my friends don't really ever listen to my lives because they call during these times. And so do we become, that's how friends keep you humble, by the way. Friends keep you humble because friends don't follow your work. And so when you become that, when we want to see that change in the world, it really truly takes, how do I become the healed self to represent myself in the world, how I want to see the world become? And that's more and more of, that's where I place a lot of my work. That's where during retrogrades, during these times, during any of these moments that I exist within, I look at my rolling hills. I look at that image and I'm like, I can't perfect the world, but I can change the world. Right. And so some follow. Yes, Lisa, some friends are here faithfully. Some friends are by my side during every bit of it, including my craziness. So this is the message for this week, is that surrendering over our pain, handing over, instead of letting that be what leads our way, let our faith lead the way, let our love lead the way, let our light lead the way, let our truth of who we are at the core of our heart being be what leads our way today. And so our suffering of pain is handing over the pain story, surrendering over, coming back into alignment to what is my true truth. What is it that I really want to be able to see in my world, to see in this world? And how do I be that? How do I represent that within myself? And how do I be that in my own world and in my own life? And that brings us into alignment of balance. You're going to get angry. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to be all of those things. But does it own you? Does it control you? Does it make you ill? Do you let it destroy your life? Do we use it as jet fuel to be the change of saying, I don't want to be more of that. We don't need more of that in the world. And to find out where the original starts means that we're willing to go deeper, to look deeper, to be courageous, but also being able to say that was this is the original. And how did we start following that? And how did we believe that? And how do we allow that? And how did I let that convince me that I wasn't worthy or that I wasn't enough? And so there's a lot of deep-seated stories that are opening up for us. There's a lot of secrets being revealed. There's a lot of things. But most of all, this is opportunity for us. And for us in this opportunity to see ourselves in that, providing more and more of everything we want to see in the world instead of more and more of what we don't want to see in the world, is up to us today. And that's what the energy is teaching us. So hope that helps you. Hope that resonates with you. I really would love to be able to spend hours with you today, but I can't. I have I have paying clients to get to today, and so I have to go do that. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And it is sunny here in Leduc, and wherever you are, if the sun is shining, I do suggest that you take your little journal, your little book, go out and go out and take a moment to reflect upon your truth, upon your heart, and what is it you need to see more of within your own world today. Provide the compassion, the love, the kindness to your own heart today. Sit with yourself and provide, and to give yourself an extra little bit of love today. Not a whole lot more of jumping into our isms, and not so much about trying to perfect it. Live in it today. Exist in it. Much love. Have a beautiful day. I won't know where I was doing that for. I was holding my own face. Much love. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And I will be chatting to you later. And I'm sure Lisa will be hearing from me sometime today. But hey, one last thing. So my forecast reading is going up sometime today. But if you want to listen to another forecast reading, we all have a different version, a different story, or we tell these readings differently. If you go to Loving Energy Recharge, Lisa posted her forecast reading yesterday. I only just seen it this morning, but she posted her forecast reading yesterday. So if you go to her YouTube channel or her Facebook page, Loving Energy Recharge, you can also read her energy forecast reading for this week as well. That's also up. Much, much love. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.